This is It Was a Thing on TV.
Punisher! Control!
Tell me before I change my mind!
I give you Super Train.
Episode 323, Submission 183, Infomercials from the 1990s. These infomercials from the 1990s were, obviously, from the 1990s. And they are all terrible.
These infomercials from the 1990s aired from January 1st, 1990 to December 31st, 1999 for many episodes.
And some of them bled into 2000.
During the 1990s, infomercials exploded in popularity.
Oh, yeah. You could say that commercials have been around for as long as commercial television has been around. In fact, doing the History Quarter research, I found that the first infomercial was actually in 1949. It was actually created in 1949 for a Vitamix blender. Eventually, the FCC decided that doing a time period length commercial, that is, a television show disguised as an actual television show that is actually a commercial, that was not going to happen. So you have sort of the sponsorship playing in the background, like, if I can give a really good example, the Sylvania clock on Beat the Clock. Or the Geritol podium that Jack Barry would stand in on 21. But then in 1981, during the Reagan administration, the FCC lifted the prohibition on program-length advertisements on radio. 3 years later, they would lift the cap on television. And this would coincide with the death of the TV sign-off, which is another entry, where with the shift to 24-hour television, stations would lease time to these sort of programs, these commercial-length programs, in order to basically fit the bill for more stuff. And one of the first infomercials was from a man by the name of Kevin Harrington. You may remember him from the first couple of seasons of Shark Tank before he was replaced with Mark Cuban. He is known as the godfather of the infomercial. So without him, you wouldn't have the likes of Billy Mays or the guy with the sweaters and the glasses, or Anthony Sullivan, or Dionne Warwick hawking the Psychic Friends Network.
Hey, Chico, did you want that name of that guy with the sweater and the glasses?
I want the name of the guy with the sweater and the glasses.
Mike Levy.
Mike Levy. Thank you, Mike. So yeah, you wouldn't have all of these people who became sort of folk legends in the late night hours and on the weekend hours when there aren't any sports going on. Well, this week we found a few of those commercials from that halcyon era. Some of them were bad. Some of them were incredibly bad. But almost all of them were sort of kind of formulaic in their pitches. And we're going to watch some of them, and we're just basically going to try and pick apart the art of the infomercial and whatever they were hawking at the time. Which one of you maniacs wants to go first?
Okay, guys, I'm going to go first. And my first infomercial I want to talk about. Now, I just corrected Chico literally 2-3 minutes ago about Mike Levy, the host of Amazing Discoveries. And what I'm going to reference actually is one of those episodes of Amazing Discoveries. And I don't know if this is an infomercial more than it is essentially like a half an hour of bragging. But my infomercial that I'm going to start off with, again, it's Amazing Discoveries. It's for what's called the human calculator.
The human calculator?
The human calculator, yes.
Coming up next on Amazing Discoveries, we'll show you how to turn on the human calculator in you. Now, here's the host of Amazing Discoveries, Mike Levy.
Welcome.
That sweater, though.
I want you to meet a friend of mine who is fondly referred to as the human calculator. You'll see why. Scott Flansburgh. What is 497 times 35? What is that?
17,395.
Right on the button.
Oh, my God!
But there's more. Scott, here's a hard one. What's 4,379 divided by 7? What is that?
625.57142.
Wow, right out to all those decimal points. Now, Scott obviously likes math.
Okay, I got to stop for 1 second. Look right behind Mike Levy. Everybody in the studio audience, at least in the camera range, is a Girl Scout. Seriously, there's like 7 or 8 Girl Scouts when the shot was a little wider. They're zooming in now on Mike Levy, but is that the best they could do? Is they could get Girl Scouts? They're like, hey, we're going to go see a TV show. Oh, yeah, we're going to go see Roseanne. Yay, we're going to see whatever, Blossom. Yay. No, you're going to Amazing Discoveries, and you're going to see this twit, the human calculator, spit out numbers like you won't believe.
I love this one girl behind Mike's shoulder. She has this face like, can't believe I'm seeing this crap.
We're told we're going to go to Disneyland.
Man, I was hoping we were being the audience for Saved by the Bell.
Oh!
That later is dreamy.
Hold on, look at the girl below her.
I'm looking at her, it's like, who the hell are you? Nobody told me math was involved.
Such an enthusiastic audience. All right, let's go back to this.
But let's be honest with ourselves. How many people in today's studio audience have been frustrated or intimidated by math? How many people here?
Yeah!
All of them?
But you know, the important thing is that if you don't pick up math young as a child, it can actually slow down or stop how far you can go in life. It can limit how much money you can make. And aren't we tired of hearing how America's educational system is falling apart? How other countries like Japan are producing smarter kids? Huh? Well,
Yeah.
today's Amazing
When did you
Discovery is
become
gonna
a
turn
talking
all
head?
that around, because our special guest says that by the end of today's show, everyone in our audience and you at home are going to be able to do complex mathematical calculations, not on paper and not with an old-fashioned calculator, but in your head. Scott, how is this possible?
Mike, just keep an open mind, because today I'm going to show you and everyone watching how to tap into this power we have deep
Time
down
out.
inside
Pause.
us, and we just
Pause.
don't know how to turn it on.
Does this guy here not look like Mike Francesa's doppelganger with a mullet?
Sweet mullet.
Am I right or am I right?
411 times 2 is the Mink Man. It's 822, people.
I know. I know how to do math in my head.
I'm just giving it to the listeners because they may not know at the time we're doing this. It is 822.
Yeah. And this guy, this Scott Flansburgh guy, he is the real deal. He is an actual educator, and he is a human calculator.
I'm a skeptic. I need to learn more.
How to tap into this power we have deep down inside us, and we just don't know how to turn it on.
That would be great. But before you get started...
Wait. Look at all the Girl Scouts. Literally, there's like 1, 2, 3 in the front row. There's at least two more
There's at least
in that
12.
second row. And then there's 4 more in the third row. And then everybody in the row, you only see like the bottom like 6 inches of their tops. There must be like 6 more people. Did they ask the entire like Girl Scouts Council of Los Angeles to come to these infomercials?
Probably.
Okay, the thing is, when they actually when Mike said that, yeah, hey, how many of you struggle with math? And they showed the audience Yeah, I did see more people than just Girl Scouts, but it's like, well, the Girl Scouts really need like better field trips, unless this is like the field trip for, hey, we're gonna go see a show. This is for your television badge or communications badge. I see Mr. Alexander has his hand up, so I'm going to go to him.
Am I the only one who noticed that the people in the audience are almost exclusively women?
At least from this shot. But again, when they showed that shot of the people clapping, who hates math? Yeah! I did see a number of men there. But still, like I said, most of the audience members, I see a few adult women. Are they the den mothers? I mean, there's, or whatever the equivalent of den mothers is in the Girl Scouts. Apparently, they needed seat fillers. All the real people who wanted to see a TV show, they went to the Joker's Wild 1990 back in that time. I want to see Pat Finn, yeah. I want to hear him say how this is a game of definitions, yeah. All right, let's jump in and see what else happens.
I want to see what this guy's about.
Yeah.
We have one of our famous Amazing Discoveries challenges just for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready, Mike.
Okay. A while back, Scott Flansburgh appeared on Gary Collins' home show. And by the end of the show, 22,000 people phoned in and admitted that they were poor in math. And we've invited 4 of them to join us here on today's Amazing Discoveries. And they're from across the nation. They're from Florida, from California, and even all the way from Alabama. Welcome, everyone. Now, here's the challenge. Scott claims that by the end of today's show, he's going to have you all doing complex math calculations in your head. Are you ready for that? Okay, Scott, go for it.
Oh, no, Mike, I'm not going to do it. I've got to do this show with you. So what I did was I brought a friend with me that's going to take him backstage during the show and teach him how to do everything.
Okay, bring out Scott's friend.
Kevin, come on out. I need Kevin. There he is.
Wait a minute.
What?
This is a little boy. You're going to train them?
Yeah.
Mike.
I can't believe this.
Yeah, Mike, that's just it. This program is so easy, anybody can learn it. It doesn't matter how young or old you are.
Are you sure you can do this?
It's a piece of cake.
Okay, you're out of here. Take him backstage.
Well, if I could just point something out, this just seems like the kind of thing that you would have no problem doing if you had the fundamentals in your brain already. Right?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm still a skeptic.
Illustrations from Scott. Okay, but just to make it interesting, we've enlisted the help of Ray Gayton. Now, Ray Gayton is a certified public accountant from a nationwide accounting firm, Panel Kerr Forrester, and he's here to check Scott's accuracy. He's going to follow along with Scott using his adding machine here. And Scott, for every correct answer, you're going to hear this sound. But Scott, should you give us a wrong answer, Ray's going to give you one of these. Okay, thanks, Ray. And to give you some really tough problems,
and if you get
we have
5
an
in a
entire
minute,
Girl
you
Scout
win the
troop here in our
stunts at
audience.
100 points and a chance to go shopping in our mall.
I don't know if you guys heard, an entire Girl Scout troop's in the audience, and they're going to pepper this guy with math questions. Now, one thing I don't necessarily like about this, apparently this is going to be maybe just add, subtract, multiply, divide, maybe some powers. No, you want real math? Let's get some derivatives out. Can this guy derive a fourth degree equation? I want to see that.
25 from Van Nuys, California, and they're going to give you some really tough problems, Scott. Are you ready?
I'm ready, Mike, but afterwards I want to show everybody how easy it is and that anybody can learn how to do this.
Okay, well, let's put you to work first. What is your name?
Patricia.
Patricia, let's give Scott a big long row of 3-digit numbers to add up. Give him 4 3-digit numbers, and Scott's going to add them in his head. Go ahead.
333.
Plus.
454.
Plus.
699.
Okay, that's 1,400 and... Oh, just lost it. 1486, I believe. And I'm doing this in real time. This is not edited in. You two can vouch for that.
Can confirm.
So this girl's not really giving hard numbers if I could do this in my head.
999.
Oh, plus 99. Oh, I'm sorry. She did 4 numbers. So that would be, what did I say, 1486. So that would have to be 2485 then. I think Chico's having a migraine thinking of all these numbers.
No, I'm not really.
No, I gotta give you...
Okay, the thing of it is, what were those numbers again? 333.
Let's go back. Let's go back.
Yeah, what were those numbers again?
4 3-digit numbers, and Scott's going to add them in his head. Go ahead.
333.
Plus.
454
Plus.
699
Plus.
999.
And I got to give you one, too.
2485.
984.
But you did say 2485?
I said 2485.
I don't need any justification. I know how to do math. Thank you.
And I got to give you one, too. Here's one. 984.
Okay, so I said 2485 plus 984. So that would be 34.
I calculated it.
3469.
Yeah, I was going to say it. That's why I thought Greg was laughing, because he realized the last two numbers.
Well, here's the thing. If you listen to those numbers, they're not that hard to figure out.
Well, that too. That too is they're not that hard to figure out.
It's like 333. You're adding a random number, but you're adding like 3 of the same digit to that random number. And then you have like 799. You can just add 800 and take away 1. And then you add 999. You can add 1,000, take away 1. And the hardest number was the one Mike gave.
Yeah, when we get to like, okay, I want you to tell me what 3 to the 47th power is. That's where you make your money. I don't know if he'd do that, but we'll find out.
3,469.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, seriously, I got it. Chico got it. And we got it basically in the same amount of time that this human calculator did. But yeah, he's right. 3469. Nice or otherwise.
Right up. Who else? Can you do division too?
Sure, Mike.
What is your name?
Cassie.
Cassie, let's give him a hard division problem. How about a 4-digit number divided by a single-digit number?
5,973 divided by 7.
853.2857142.
How do you do that? How do you do that in your head?
Mike, it's so easy. If I could you have the girl that gave me the addition problems? I want to bring her down here.
Go down there
and teach her how to do it. Okay, and what's your name?
Patricia.
Patricia. When we normally add a column of numbers up, don't we start on the right-hand side and then go to the left and carry and all that stuff? It's pretty difficult. But I want to show you a real easy way to get the answer, okay? Now, instead of starting over here, let's start on the left-hand side. And this 1 right here, doesn't it stand for 100?
Yes.
And what does this 2 stand for?
200.
Okay, so now let's keep a running total in our heads, okay? What's 100 plus 200?
300.
Plus another 100,
400.
right? Plus 200 more.
600.
Okay, now let's go to the top of the next column, which is the tens, right? So this 210 stands for 20. So add it to 600, and what do you get?
620.
Plus 20 more.
640.
Plus 20 more.
660.
Plus 10 more.
670.
Okay, now go to the top of the ones. What's 670 plus 3?
673.
Plus 6 more.
679.
Plus 1.
680.
And 4 more.
684.
684, and that's the right answer.
Patricia,
Isn't that easy?
in your head.
Now, wait a second. I think there's a huge difference in doing math when you write it on a big piece of poster board like he did versus spewing out 4 3-digit numbers, even though, again, the numbers that were chosen, as Chico said earlier, weren't necessarily the most complex. I think it's more of a memory aspect, at least in my mind. Yeah, I wasn't trying to do what he was doing. I was just trying to remember the 3-digit numbers that were mentioned. Again, I'm still skeptical, especially when I want to know how he did division. That 5,900 whatever divided by 7. You can't do any sort of trick on a piece of paper. There's some witchcraft voodoo going on here.
Let's hear it for Patricia.
I don't know.
So, Mike, bring me the other girl down that gave me the real hard division problem. I want to show her how to do something else.
What's division if just multiplication all sexied up, right?
Well, but the thing is, I think there's a difference between, nice sexed up numbers like you're talking about, but then like dividing by 7. Now he's doing, I remember this from the TV show. He's actually getting into powers, albeit just to the second power.
And as long as it's close to 100.
Well, but the thing is, there's actually some math involved in that, and I've found that out over time. It has to do with like if you double the number itself and add one, is it add one? No, it's double the number and subtract one. So like one, if you double it, is two, subtract one is one, okay? And then two squared is add to that one, add double two, which is four, but then take away one is three. Three plus one is four. And then if you add five, which would be one less than double three, you get three squared, which is nine. It has to do with that. And that's true for all square numbers. Yeah, I know what he did was with numbers around 100. I remember stuff for that, like with numbers around 25 and 50, because a lot of the numbers, a lot of them just show up repeatedly in my math class. And even the other day, we're doing probabilities and we're dealing with decks of cards, and the students have to deal with 52 cards, then 51. So how many ways could we deal those cards out? Oh, it's 2,652. How do you... Is 2,652? Yeah. I'm sorry, I had to double check my math there. But yeah, 52 times 51, yeah, it's 2652. And it's just one of those things that I don't know if it's because of teaching for close to 20 years or what have you, but they're like, oh my gosh, you're some sort of math freak. It's like, no, shut up. I'm not a math freak. It's just the numbers aren't that bad. So it seems like there's a lot of testimonials here. A lot of testimonials and a lot of people just like throwing out numbers.
This looks worse than Nightstand, if I'm being honest.
I wonder if this actually, the set may have contributed to Nightstand's look. I do see that now that you say that.
And then there's this lady who is the human cash register.
Well, that's not terribly difficult. And unless, they're like, oh, well, the bill was $19.14, and the person gave me $28.22. Well, what the hell is the person giving you $28.22 for? If they give you a 20, that's enough. I don't get, the human cash register. Oh, absolutely amazing. Another thing that you could do with this, and that's where I've frozen this at this point, is any date, somehow, some way you can tell what day of the week that was. I don't know if there's some sort of algorithm or what have you, or, for all we know, it could be just dumb guessing. You've got a 1 in 7 chance of being right. But yeah, they show different dates in different envelopes and say, okay, what day of the week was June 8th of 1984? Hey guys, do you want to hear the big sales pitch with the phone number and maybe, hey, we're going to save you a payment and all that?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. I think this is a good way to end this segment.
Now you can turn on the human calculator inside of you and get the right answers to complicated math problems in just seconds. Throw away that clumsy calculator. No more pesky pencil and paper, and no more endless hours of frustration searching for the right answer. Now you can impress your friends by doing even the most difficult math problems in your head, often faster than a calculator.
1,858.
It's so easy, even a child can do it. Thousands of students all across America are turning on to math by turning on their own human calculators.
All right, Nicole, we have your math book, and notice how I have to use a calculator for this. You ready? What's 462 plus 385 plus 517? What is that?
1,364.
That's correct. That's really good.
That was pretty easy, thanks.
That was easy? All right, Kyle, what's 24 times 97?
2,328.
It's right. It takes me longer to put in the calculator. All right, Carla, your problem is 93 squared.
8,649.
I'm not through pushing. You're right.
If you're a parent or grandparent who's frustrated because you can't help your children master math, don't despair.
Scott's methods give people the ability to think mathematically. And after all, thinking is the key to education.
And just for fun, you can amaze your friends by telling them the day of the week they were born on in just seconds. When you order your complete human calculator system, you receive 4 power-packed cassettes that show you how to master even the most complicated math problems right in your head. And this step-by-step instruction manual that teaches you how easy it is to unlock the human calculator inside of you. Now, you'll come up with the right answers faster than you ever dreamed possible. You get the complete human calculator system for the amazing Discovery's price of just $49.95. Join the thousands who have turned on their own human calculators by ordering now. To order your human calculator system for only $49.95, have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-847-2244. Order now to receive your complete human calculator system, including the 4 power-packed audio cassettes and easy-to-follow study guide. Call 1-800-847-2244 or send check or money order to Human Calculator, P.O. Box 440, Cresskill, New Jersey, 07626. Include $4.95 for shipping and handling. Now you or your child can be on the way to becoming a human calculator by calling 1-800-847-2244 now.
Okay, I got a question. I want to say
Okay,
something.
you got a question, but I want to do a disclaimer.
Okay.
Don't call that number. I mean,
No.
it
Don't do it.
isn't active, but you never know. Maybe
Don't do it. Just
wait. Well, no, hold on, Chico. It may be sort of like Wink Martindale with that cruise for the Alfred Hitchcock. I've been sitting here for 31 years waiting for somebody to call.
You know who'd be on the other end of the line? Sting! Doing the WCW hotline face. But okay, that whole thing where you can figure out where you're born, about what day of the week you are, that's not impressive. Adam Needham does that trick regarding what game shows on the day you were born in. That's more impressive than that. Just ask Conan.
Well, but also, I'm sorry, I'm never asked that question. You know, what day of the week was I born? But also, I know for a fact, doing the research, I was born on a Monday. So, yeah, I'm not going to just be at a party and be like, hey, can you tell me when I was born? No, I know that already. I already know TV shows that aired that day. I sort of pulled a quasi-Nita.
Hold on a second. I know I was born on a Friday on May 25th, 1984, because I know that, sadly, Tom Bray did not have the 30 that day.
I just know I was born on a Saturday. I couldn't tell you what happened on January 19th, 1980. All I know is it was a Saturday.
Well, yeah, that what would have aired on a Saturday? Obviously, none of the daytime game shows. So,
oh, I know what would have aired on that Saturday.
Oh.
Super Bowl 14.
Yeah, it was the Steelers and Rams. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so at least
and the Rams won.
No, the Steelers won.
No, Steelers won. Yeah.
Oh, see, that would have forecasted my my sad football fan phase that I'm currently going through right now.
Hold on. No, the Rams wouldn't get that first Super Bowl for another 20 years.
And Kurt Warner would lead them.
For crying out loud, guys, Super Bowl 14 was played on Sunday, January 20th of 1980. When has the Super Bowl ever been played on a Saturday?
Anyway.
Okay, so that's that infomercial. We're done with that. So Chico, you can... Yes, now Chico, you can go through your infomercial first.
Well, staying with Mike Levy, he wasn't about to help you unlock the power of your mind for numbers, but also words. And he got a little bit of help because there was a thing called alphanetics where, well, I'll just let these guys explain it.
Wait, you mean this isn't the Endgame to Password Plus? Oh, that's alphabetics. I'm sorry.
That's alphabetics.
Now here's the host of Amazing Discoveries, Mike Levy.
Welcome. We've got a great show for you today. Now, today's show is all about reading. Now, I'm sure most everyone out there knows how to read, but what if you could pick up a good book and read it cover to cover in just a matter of hours? Or you could pick up a newspaper and read the whole newspaper, not just the headlines, but the whole thing in just a matter of minutes. Wouldn't that be good? Wow. Here's a book for you to read while you watch the show. Well, on today's Amazing Discoveries, you're going to meet Owen Skousen. Now, Mr. Skousen is an educator, an author, and the creator of a powerful new speed reading system called Alphanetics. And he says his system can unleash a power within you that will allow you to literally read at lightning fast speeds and remember what you've read. Now, wouldn't that be nice? And you're going to meet a guy that we found that may just be the world's fastest reader. And we'll see, because we're going to test him on today's show. And I'll tell you, you'll be amazed at what he can do.
I'm going to call BS on the world's fastest reader.
I'm going to call sort of BS on the entire thing, because I don't know if this is the same person or same guy, but I remember seeing something about this time where literally, and I'm going to use a prop, I'm going to use a magazine here, but literally what they would do is just like wag their finger down the page, wag the finger down the page, go to the other side, and that's how they read. And they covered like literally a page like in every second or second and a half. How? I'm playing the skeptic card. I'm with Greg on this, though.
I want to hear this myself. Let's see what
I always thought that speed reading takes a special kind of person to catch on to it, doesn't it?
Oh, no, Mike. Anyone can use the program and benefit from it. The Alphanetics program is designed to be used by anyone.
Anyone can benefit by it. Well, now I've seen people speed read. They're flipping through the pages and they're running their fingers down. But do you really remember what you've read?
Mike, you understand that it doesn't matter if you're reading fast or slow. If you don't understand what you're reading, it doesn't really matter. The system was designed to help people read not only faster, but with much better comprehension than they've ever had.
Dude, answer the question already!
Hold on a second, guys. I just realized something. Looking at this man, does he not look like Ernest Borgnine?
Now I see it. Now I can't unsee it.
Now, Mike, play it!
Please! No, I don't need that visual in my head after saying, hey, this guy looks like Ernest Borgnine. Okay, for you, Greg, I'll play it.
Thank you.
I masturbate a lot.
For both there, I thought he was going to say something else. Anyway, we have this classroom. He's administering the SAT in the classroom, and he's basically doing a bit of a demonstration with a TV screen with these items. You have a banana, some apples, some donuts. I think that's a cannon. No, that's a paint roller.
That's a paint roller.
A fire
extinguisher, and a laptop with a nose on it.
It's a crappy laptop.
And there's a banana and it looks like a golf ball.
Yeah.
Yep, and a golf ball.
Junk. Looks like my closet. What a mess. What is this?
Okay, now, Mike, tell me what you saw there.
I think I saw some sort of a red tank over here, a fire extinguisher, something like that. And in the middle here, there was like a typewriter where there was a laptop computer with a screen with somebody stuck a nose on the front of it or something, and trying to pull my leg here. And I think there were a couple of bananas up here, something with a white, maybe a golf ball.
Now, Mike, that's great. You saw that whole screen, side to side, from top to bottom.
Pretty good. I did pretty good with this.
That's great, Mike.
I was going to explain the trick.
All right.
Now let's take another little test here.
Okay, I'm ready.
We're gonna put another picture on.
I'm
You ready?
good at this so far. Go for it.
Okay, ready? Go.
Wait a minute. That's a bunch of words. I can't. Owen.
Wait, how would you read, Mike? What did you read?
Not very much in 3 seconds there, Owen. It said something like, everyone reads or something like that. Everyone knows.
Okay, is that all you read? Is that all you saw?
I remember seeing someplace Amazing Discoveries in
Okay,
there.
Mike, that's my whole point. You started reading the way you normally read, one word at a time at the top,
Right.
but your eyes saw the whole page because you saw Amazing Discoveries down here.
Oh, yeah,
you
it's all the way
saw
down
the
here.
whole page.
Yeah, basically, the secret to the whole system is looking at as many words as possible in as little time as possible. That's basically it.
That's not impressive at all.
That's neither amazing nor a discovery.
No,
Well,
that's not
also,
true.
I'm going to agree with Greg because, the words that you need to look at need to be the important words. If you just take a look and you see a bunch of thes and us and you don't get a lot of the meat and potatoes of the passage or whatnot, doesn't do you a whole heck of a lot of good.
This is basically a monetized version of the how to study using the SQR method that we learned in grade school. That's all there is to it. But I will keep this on because there's somebody I want you to meet.
And I am going to try it, too. You know, we heard a lot of numbers being thrown around. Reading speeds, 1,000 words a minute, 2,000 words a minute. To understand what all that meant, I went out and got a copy of the Guinness Book of World Records, and I looked up to see how fast the fastest reader reads in the whole world, and he reads very fast. And we were going to invite him to come on our show today, but our research staff found someone that they say reads even faster. Welcome to Amazing Discoveries, Fred Hirsch. Fred, what do you do?
I work for a Phoenix law firm.
Phoenix law firm, and you're a pretty fast reader?
I get by.
Okay. And we're going to test you on today's Amazing Discoveries, and if you beat the world's record, today on Amazing Discoveries, you will see a world's record set that we're going to submit to the Guinness Book of World Records. And to make things even more fun during this test, we've also invited someone else in the Guinness Book of World Records, John Machida. Now, John is the fastest talker in the world. Welcome to Amazing Discoveries, John.
Hi, Mike. It's really fun to be here. You know, I'm looking forward to being here. Now that I'm here, I'm really happy that I'm here. I know things are going to go great, and I'm looking forward to doing this whole contest.
Okay.
Is there a reason why they put the fisheye lens
give
on
them
them?
both something to read. We chose a book, a big book, War and Peace, almost 1,200 pages long, and we're going to have them start from book 2. Open up your books, open up, and we're going to let them read for 15 seconds, and then we're going to calculate their words per minute. You ready? On your mark, get set, go!
In October of 1805, the Russian troops occupying the towns and villages of the Austrian First Regiment skipped to Washington for Russian and captured the fortresses of Bernau and Henry, whom they were billeted to Bernau as the chief headquarters of the Commander-in-Chief. But on the 11th of October 1805, one of the infantry regiments that just reached Bernau had halted half a mile on the town awaiting the inspection of the Commander-in-Chief. Despite the un-Russian characteristics of the country and the environment, the food comes to stone walls of with massive the distance of foreign peasants.
Okay, stop, time's up, that's 15 seconds. John's phenomenal. Congratulations, both of you. Okay, let's give our guys some time to tabulate it out. How fast do you think the fastest talker in the world, John Machida, was just talking?
999 words.
999 words per minute. One more guess. How about you?
I'd say about 400.
400 words per minute. Okay, up in the booth. How fast was John Machida talking?
According to our calculations in the booth, Mike, over 500 words per minute.
500 words a minute. Okay, wait a second. Now, for the world's record, let's let them tabulate. Let's take a couple of guesses first. How fast do you think Fred Hirsch was reading?
About 798.
798 words a minute. Anyone else want to guess? You want to guess?
3,000?
3,000 words a minute. Okay, that's pretty fast. Okay, for the world's record, up in the booth, we have a CPA with a lot of adding machines up there. How fast was Fred Hirsch just reading?
Mike, according to our calculations, Fred read 18 pages at 500 words per pages. He read for 15 seconds, so we multiply that by 4 for 1 minute for an average of over 36,000 words per minute.
36,000! That's a world's record!
I call BS! I call BS!
Effing
All
crap.
of us call BS.
Nope. Hey, Chuck, help me out here. Chuck, help me out here.
Nope.
No, Chuck knows it's not a world record. Forget Chuck Testa. Uncle Gablogan, what do you think of that?
Bullshit.
Well, also, first off, I think we should clarify for everybody who may not know the world record process. You can't do like visual submissions like this. You actually need somebody there to actually witness, somebody from the Guinness Corporation or whoever you want to call it. Well, a proctor or, again, a certified witness, because this could have easily been edited. Plus, also, seriously, what this guy was doing, again, using my prop magazine here, here's what he was doing. It looked like he was flipping through the book. Didn't look like he was reading. Plus, also, they counted the number of pages he went through. They didn't ask him any questions about what was on those pages.
Wait for it.
The fastest reader read 25,000 words a minute. Congratulations.
Of course, otherwise it wouldn't make any sense.
Well, let me give you a little test here. Now, I'm not a fast reader here, so just give me a chance here. I got to think of a question. Just a second here. It's hard to talk while I'm reading. Okay, here we go. What was the name of a soldier, a Russian general that was fighting near a bridge?
Well, it wasn't a Russian. It was a German soldier, and his name was Schmidt. And he was killed at the bridge at 7 o'clock p.m.
Absolutely right. They all look the same.
still not saying.
No,
there's shenanigans going on here, I think.
Oh man, something hanky's going on here.
Oh, we're done with this.
We're done. Yeah. I'm just gonna play the thing and then we're gonna move on.
Okay,
I'm gonna play the thing and then we're gonna move on.
Good.
The ending, thanks to Alphanetics. All this and more when we come back on Amazing Discoveries.
There's your amazing discovery, pal.
Does this look like your house? A pile of newspapers here, a stack of magazines here, and a mountain of books over there? You can't throw anything away. Someday you're going to get around to reading them, right? Or are you a student getting further and further behind in your homework because you just can't seem to stay on top of the reading assignments? Does keeping up with your job require you to read and then read some more?
Read this for tomorrow morning's board meeting, Cromwell.
So much to read that you have to take most of it home with you at night and still keep working and working and working? Well, you're not alone, but now you can join the thousands who read 5, 10, even 20 times faster thanks to the powerful Alphanetic speed reading system.
This program helped me to read faster, so now I have time to read on myself, and I think reading's fun now.
When I first started out, I was below average reader. Now I'm reading about 2,000 words a minute. But better than that, I went from a C to an A in English. Not bad, huh?
Imagine reading your favorite magazine article in seconds, or the whole magazine cover to cover in just minutes. No more messy stacks of newspapers, and no more heaping piles of magazines cluttering your house. You've read them all thanks to Alphanetics. Think of how good you'll feel when you finish your homework and see your test scores shooting up with the help of your new reading ability from the Alphanetics system. And say goodbye to bringing home your job stress and unfinished work. Instead, say hello to your family and friends and start enjoying your time with them. You may even find you'll finally have some free time for yourself, too. Oh, well. No matter who you are or what you do, knowledge is the key to success, and reading is the single most important key to knowledge. The Alphanetic system shows you the secret to unleashing a power already within you that will take your mind out of the scrambled traffic jam of words and allow you to quickly read at lightning speeds, yet remember and enjoy what you've read.
Now I can pick up a book and read it faster than I have been able to, and I never thought that I'd be able to read as fast as I am now.
When you order the powerful Alphanetic speed reading system, here's what you'll get. 5 power-packed audio cassettes that will show you the Alphanetics way to turbocharge your reading ability. You'll see surprising results in just minutes. Next, the easy-to-follow Alphanetics instruction manual that takes you step-by-step through the powerful system. You'll be amazed at just how easy it is to master the Alphanetic system. Thousands of people have paid as much as $200, $300, even $500 to learn speed reading the old-fashioned way. But as an Amazing Discoveries viewer, you'll get the entire powerful new Alphanetic system for just $59.95. Start enjoying a lifetime filled with pleasure and knowledge through reading the Alphanetics way. Here's how to order. To order the complete Alphanetics system for only $59.95, have your credit card ready and call toll-free. 1-800-334-6600. Order now, and you'll receive the 5 power-packed audio cassettes and the complete, easy-to-follow step-by-step instruction manual. Call 1-800-334-6600 or send check or money order to Alphanetics, P.O. Box 4399, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 87196. Include $5.95 for shipping and handling. Start enjoying a lifetime filled with pleasure and knowledge through reading the Alphanetics way. Call 1-800-334-6600 now.
What a load of crap that was.
Oh, Greg.
Well, there goes any hopes that Greg was just going to casually read War and Peace for fun.
I don't even read War and... Hey, this is why the good Lord invented clip notes.
You're not wrong there. I was hoping you were going to say, and there's the reason why I hope War and Peace comes in a coloring book version.
Okay, well, now it's time to get to what I've been dying to talk about. We're going to talk about a man by the name of Donald Prayer. And this guy was everywhere in the 1990s, hawking all sorts of crap. But this one is iconic because me and my brother would watch this infomercial all the time. And we would completely crap all over the infomercial. So I'm just going to show like a 4-minute highlight package. And oh, this is so great.
The second way to make money that I stumbled onto was placing tiny classified ads in the newspaper. If you create and test one tiny classified ad in the newspaper that makes just $30 to $40 profit in a week, it could make you a fortune.
What?
Because the secret is learning how to take that one tiny classified ad that just made $30 to $40 profit in a week And to realize that you could now take that same exact ad and place it in up to 3,000 around the country. That's what I did. I found tiny classified ads that made $30 to $40 profit in a week, and I placed those ads in around 1,000 other newspapers around the country.
Wow!
That's how I generated over $50,000 a week
Whoa.
out of my one-bedroom apartment. And in my
Okay, let me get this straight here. Let me get this straight here.
All right, Chico, go ahead.
Step 1. You sell these tiny classified ads.
No, not tiny classified ads. They're tiny classified ads.
These tiny classified ads. You put them in newspapers all over the country.
Yes.
Step 2. Step 3. Profit.
Basically.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, hold on. That is one thing that he didn't mention is that step 2. What is he putting in the classified ads that actually generates money?
Who knows?
Like, for all we know, he could be putting tiny classified ads for Hoot Wireless. Who knows?
Hoot Wireless.
Hoot Wireless.
No, you're starting to sound like Jimmy Walker there. Maybe those tiny classified ads are going to make you money.
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 Money. Secrets about placing ads that's going to make you wish you started doing this 5 years ago. And there are millions of different types of ads that you can create. I've been talking about doing this for the last 5 years, and I'm still placing classified ads in newspapers.
You're still doing
all
this?
over the country every day of the week.
Every day.
I've been doing this for the last 5 years.
5 years.
And I'm still making millions of dollars doing exactly what I'm talking about. And now there are people that got my Making Money package, and they started placing tiny classified ads in the newspapers, just like I did.
Was it? Okay, pause this. Pause the tape. I want to point out something here.
Okay, hold on. All right, go ahead.
Well, it said that Don LaPre's, if you do this, you can make more or less. So you could do this and make absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I mean, they got to put that disclaimer in because what is being sold is saying, hey, you could make money, but, you know, so I'm sure somebody did not make money and they're like, okay, Don LaPre, where's my $50,000 a week or whatever number he said he was making in his little apartment or whatnot. So, yeah, you've got to say, just like any investment, there's a possibility you could make money, but there's also a possibility you can lose money. Just like crypto, you could make money, but really, if you do crypto, you're going to lose money, right, Odell Beckham? We talked about that in the pre-show, the behind the show show. Go listen to that.
The first time the checks were in the mailbox, I could not believe it.
Just by ordering the Making Money package, by placing one time ad
These
after
people
another,
represent some of Don's top students.
$200,000
You could
in
make
5
more or
It don't even
less.
sound right.
Does it?
That's what the disclaimer says.
How long did it take you from the day you got the Making Money package before you
It's only
took an ad, you placed it
$39.95
in the newspaper
Plus
and
shipping
you
and
saw the
handling.
results? How long did it take you?
No more than 4 or 5 days.
And how did it do?
It did phenomenal. It's still doing phenomenal.
One time when I was at Don's office, I walked in, and on his table there was stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of these sheets of paper stapled together. And I said, "What is all this?" And he said, "Well, those are my ad tracking sheets for all the ads that I have running all."
Those are my ad tracking sheets for the tiny classified ads.
All over the country. That's really when the reality of the placing ads really hit me. That, ironically, was just a couple months after I ran my first ad that did just under $9,000 in sales.
Did you ever think in one day you'd be depositing $3,700 in the bank? Another day, $2,400. Another day, $5,000. These are daily, right?
Yes, those are daily. You can read the dates on them.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
If you
Do not mention the check he got for 52 cents and a middle finger.
Making so much money, you may not want to do anything else. But the third way to make money
Okay,
that I
third way.
stumbled onto that ended up generating over $80,000.
$80,000. Wait.
Week after week.
Hold on.
Did he just say
Wait. No, is that? Did he just say that man just said $80,000?
$80,000.
$80,000.
Who the heck did that? Don LePray was Gene Snyder.
Was getting set up with my very own 1-900 line. The 1-900 business has grown into a mega million-dollar giant, and now anyone who wants to get set up with their own 1-900 business can. In just a few days from today,
I've seen something like this happen before that leads me to believe it may or may not work.
No.
Let's just say
Zach Morris is trash.
Well, hold on. Not just Zach Morris. Al Bundy did that.
Oh, really?
He had 555 shoe. Actually, the episode I think was called 976 shoe, but that might have actually been a real number. But he had his own shoe hotline. He was Dr. Shoe.
Dr. Shoe.
Dr. Shoe.
What did he do?
He gave shoe advice. He's Dr. Shoe. Is the shoe not fitting you properly? Dr. Shoe will help you. If you have any shoe-related questions, Dr. Shoe will be there. And the thing is, unfortunately, Dr. Shoe's line didn't work, 555 shoe. But, there are other things that the numbers that S, H, O, and E are on spell. Al, tell us some of them.
Hi, Dr. Shoe again. I've been telling you about my shoe line. Nobody cares. So let me mention something else here. 555 shoe also spells 555 rind, 555 pimp, and 555 Rigney. Remember, nobody knows as much about Rigney as Dr. Rigney.
And just remember, if you have a problem with Rigney, you can call Dr. Rigney.
Very own 1-900 line. And listen to this. You don't need any equipment because there are companies out there that are called service bureaus that already have all the 1-900 programs completely set up. Not only that, they'll even take the calls for you for around 10 to 15 cents a minute. While you're sleeping, you can be making money. If you get set up with your very own 1-900 line, the only thing you'll ever have to do is advertise to get people to pick up the phone and dial your 900 number. The phone company even collects all the money for you, and there are programs like sport lines, psychic lines, date lines, lines that are already completely set up. Having a 900 line could be one of the most exciting things you have ever done, not to mention the money that could be made. Listen to some of my top students that got set up with their very own 1-900 program.
I've told all kinds of people.
No,
God. Hey, does anyone else think that guy looks like Clay Aiken?
Well, maybe you could ask him on Wheel of Fortune Live. Toured all around the country.
By the way, we had a 1-900 episode. He did not mention Freddie Freaker.
No. No. But I've got to say, I was reading some of the YouTube comments about this last week to you guys.
I love this one. Kids in 2021. What's a newspaper? What's a classified ad?
I just like the name of the handle of the person that posted that. Manu Ginobili's bald spot.
This is the best comment. He sounds like he's trying to sell you something while squeezing out the longest dump in history.
Oh my God.
Oh, there it is.
Oh no.
This might be from Freddie Freaker because it's from somebody named Freddie. I actually purchased his initial package for $39.99 when he first advertised it. When it arrived in my mail, I remember feeling excited about becoming a millionaire. Guess what I drive now? A 2003 Honda Accord. Who's laughing now?
Now, we should mention that, unfortunately, Don LePray did ultimately take his own life while he was awaiting trial for, I don't know, you figure it out. I'm not going to mention who put this here, but he said, and this is a quote that I am reading on YouTube, on this whole internet. I am not making this up. I read about Don LaPre's death in a tiny classified ad. The internet will make you do some stupid things, y'all.
All right.
That's how he wanted to go out. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
In a tiny classified ad. All right. Let's go
I
ahead.
think, seriously, maybe one of us should pay for like a 2-line classified ad and just put in there Don LaPre and whatever his birth date was to whatever his passing date was. There you go. We have a little tribute to Don LaPre. A tiny classified ad.
So, I'm still not sleepy. What else we got?
What else do we have? Oh, hey. My second infomercial that I'm going to talk about, it's actually an infomercial from probably maybe the undisputed king of infomercials, maybe questionably given that title, the one and only Ron Popeil. And Ron Popeil, as you may know, he pitched many things. I think what he's best known for is the rotisserie grill, the Showtime rotisserie grill. That's the one that has been on forever. I mean, it may have started like in the late 90s, but I'm sure somewhere even nowadays, someone's airing that infomercial. Like
hey,
3 years after his death?
Yeah. Hey, that gave us that age-old line, set it and...
forget it! That's part of almost like the American lexicon, if you will, set it and forget it, because that was mentioned so much on that infomercial. For the rotisserie grill, that is. But before that, he had another infomercial, and this was for a pasta maker.
What kind of pasta does it make?
It makes all sorts of pastas. You could make linguine, you could make lasagna, you could make fettuccine, you could make any type of pasta that you want. It comes with different dyes. And actually, oddly enough, I'm looking at the YouTube page right now before getting into this infomercial, and there's 12 different dyes. So it could make whatever type of pasta you want. But I'm going to take a page out of Greg's book because he mentioned watching the Don LaPre infomercial with his brother, and there's a couple of like key moments that sort of stuck with him and his brother. I had the same sort of feelings watching this with my sister. There were certain things didn't stick with me, but they stuck with my sister, and she would have been probably about 14 at this time, 13, because this infomercial is from 1993. And this is like always like her go-to joke, just when she's feeling goofy. So there's this show. It's called Incredible Inventions. And I think that name was only used for this episode for the pasta maker, because I don't think the Showtime Rotisserie Grill had a show title per se. It was just, Ron Popeil's Showtime Rotisserie Grill. And I'm going to play this in like the third segment of the show. There's some audience members that come up, including actually Ron Popeil's daughters, and they actually point that out. I don't care about Ron Popeil's daughters. That's not the reason we're going to listen to this, but there's two takeaways that my sister had from this. And again, this may show just the goofiness, the connection my sister and I had. Enjoy.
It's as simple as that.
I want to know who some of these folks are. Can I find out? What's your name? Where are you from?
Zorn. I'm from Red Deer, Alberta, Canada.
What do you think?
I don't cook, and this is amazing.
It is, isn't it? Hi. What's your name? Where are you from?
Greg Bailey from Cleveland, Ohio.
You've been watching us do this. You're about to do it. What do you think?
I think this is fantastic.
Good. And you
It's whisper quiet.
Originally from Charleston, West Virginia.
Lydia, tell us what you think about this.
I think it's fantastic. I can't can't believe how easy it is.
It really is, isn't it? Okay, hi. Tell me, what's your name?
Franca Paganucci,
And my gosh, and where are you from originally?
Florence, Italy.
Well, you know a lot about this already. What do you think?
Well, this is great. This is great.
Good. Hi. Tell me who you are.
I'm Terry Scott,
Where are you from, Terry?
Kewanee, Illinois.
All right. How do you like this machine?
Oh, it's incredible.
All right. Oh.
Keep those last two people in mind. They're the two people I'm going to talk about momentarily. We're going to meet Ron Popeil's daughters, but then they're going to go back, the hostess, and see what they're creating.
Hi. I know who you are. Tell us your name. Hi, Fabi. And who's this?
I'm Ron Popeil's daughter, Lauren.
It's good you're here, ladies. You're making the chocolate pasta. Ooh, let's see it.
We're going to go over and see Jan, and Jan's going to tell us a lot more about what you can do with our Popeil automatic pasta machine.
We've done cornbread and pecan rolls, multicolored cookies, breadsticks, large loaves, pecan loaves. We've done bagels, arugula, peanut butter cookies.
What do you think, folks? Wonderful. Thank you, Jan.
What are you making, Our Lady from Florence, Italy?
I'm making lemon pepper pasta, and it smells so good.
It does.
I can smell it from here.
Dead serious. My sister would do that all the time. We'd be watching this, and she'd be like, I'm making lemon pepper pasta. I can smell it from here. It's the stupidest thing. But it gets even better when we get to that guy after this lady from Italy. Again, this is the Klaus household in 1993. This is the insanity that we not just had to deal with, but we created on our own. Just listen to him.
I bet you never thought it would be this easy to make something. What do you make?
Cajun linguine.
Cajun linguine.
Cajun linguine.
Looks good, doesn't it?
I'm sorry. What are you making? Cajun linguine. Cajun linguine. Cajun linguine. Yeah. I'm making Cajun linguine, baby.
Cajun linguine.
Isn't he from
He's like, he's saying it like he's literally looking forward to eating it. He thinks he's going to eat it. He's not going to eat it.
Hold on. He's from Illinois, he said, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's making Cajun linguine.
Cajun linguine, yeah.
He's going to own a walk-ons franchise in 15 years.
But it's just some of these stupid things. That's what makes these infomercials so memorable. Yeah, I remember like Don LePray, his infomercials would generally air here like midnight or 12:30 on a late night on a Sunday. It was like in competition with like George Michael's Sports Machine. Yeah, this is stuff I remember. And then this one, like I said, it must have aired just like at all hours, specifically like in the afternoon, because that would have been like the only time my sister would have seen it. She was like 14 at the time. And just, Cajun linguine. I can smell it from here. Sometimes it's the people that make these infomercials memorable, not necessarily the hosts or the products themselves.
Right.
That one's for you, Robin. I hope you enjoy that. Oh, my gosh. Well, you know what? I think this is a good time to take a little commercial break. And there's only one way we can have a commercial break in this episode, with a little infomercial. So enjoy this little...
It's going to be a tiny infomercial.
It's a tiny ad.
Just a tiny ad, and then we're going to be back with more of the big ones.
And this is an ad that we're not going to cover on this episode. So this is a little bonus of sorts. Enjoy. We'll be back in a few minutes.
If you're wondering, will the cash flow generator way of making money with real estate work where I live, let us ask you this. Do people in your area ever get divorced? Do they ever lose their job? For whatever reason. Do people in your area ever get transferred on their job? Do they ever die? Do people in your area ever inherit a property they really don't want or know what to do with it? Or are there people in your area who are trying to do real estate the hard way, dealing with problem tenants, and they just want to get out?
I had a couple contact me, and they had been making over $1,000 a month house payments, and they gave me their house, and within 2 weeks I had that house sold, and I'm going to make $10,000 on that deal.
We know these situations happen everywhere. And if you answered yes to any of those questions, When you attend our free 90-minute workshop, we'll show you how you can make big money solving any of those problems and a whole lot more without putting your life savings at risk, your credit at risk, without having a real estate license, and with no previous real estate experience.
Oh, and now we're back. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Wow, I want to buy 5 of those.
Well, the problem, Chico, they were selling real estate seminars and whatnot.
I withdraw my offer.
No. I did tell Chico ahead of time that I was going to put in a Greg and John Rice real estate ad in there.
Greg and John Rice, I believe either one of them or both of them are no longer with us.
One of them definitely passed away like over 15 years ago. The other one, as far as I can tell, is still alive. But also, this is not going to be the only time we talk about them, because next year on the schedule in early June, we're going to talk about the show they hosted, that beepity game show. Whatever the beepities are. You know, put in your own little swear word there. Or I think people call it that darn game show, but we're going to talk about that. We're not worried about what's going to happen in June. We're worried about what's happening on this show. Chico, your second infomercial.
I have the second infomercial, and it's not just, we talked about, people who make the show. People who make the show, really, really interesting. I'm going to go back to Amazing Discoveries with Mike Levy in a second, but it's not going to be just Mike Levy. What if I told you that if you act right now, I will throw in a manic British person with an annoying voice like this? What would you say to that?
Somehow you just made Amazing Discoveries better with the addition of a British person.
Oh, you have no idea. Check this out. This is for something called the Magic Wand, which, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's an immersion blender.
Okay, I was a little afraid there, because I think my ex-girlfriend had a magic wand in her night.
Good night, everybody! Anyway, here's Mike Levy again, introducing his friend Ian.
Called the Magic Wand. And it doesn't just make low-calorie desserts. We're going to show you how now, with the help of the Magic Wand, you can make the freshest, healthiest soups, drinks, mayonnaise, desserts, baby foods, coffees, spices, and save a lot of money and a lot of time in the process. And that's just the beginning. So let's see how this truly magical wand works. Welcome our good friend from England, and in the kitchen, Ian Long.
Hi, Mike. I'm fine. How are you?
You look very cute like that.
Surprise.
I am surprised.
Yeah? Michael, that is the magic wand.
Okay.
Would you believe me if I told you that one kitchen appliance will, in fact, replace over $1,000 worth that we've got?
$1,000 worth?
It's over $1,000 worth of kitchen appliances there, most of which you'll always find are actually too bulky, too much messing about.
What are you doing here now?
2 pieces of bread. You'll notice I'm using fresh bread. I'm also actually using a plastic bag.
Right.
And what I'm going to do here, Michael, very, very simple. I'm actually going to make breadcrumbs. Now, can you see? All we do is just simply bounce the machine.
But it's in a plastic
up and down
bag.
like that. Yeah, well, the reason we're doing it in a plastic bag, Michael, we're trying to emphasise the fact that, in fact, you can use this appliance in any of your pots and pans that you have in your own home. In a matter of seconds, we've actually got there, look, fresh breadcrumbs.
So you could put seasonings in here and coat things, shake them up?
Drop things in, give them a shake. There you've got your breadcrumbs ready done. To wash the machine, Michael, the simplest thing in the world. Just turn on the tap.
Allow me to help you here?
All we do, look, turn on the tap and simply rinse it like that. The job's done. There's the washer. It's so simple, it's so easy.
Pretty good.
I'm not going to do that anymore. I've actually here got a drop of water just to dunk it in.
Oh, okay.
Be quicker than turning round and working over that side.
Okay.
Now, Michael, what I want to show you, believe it or not, something that maybe not a lot of people make, because it's so difficult to make. I'm actually here going to make mayonnaise.
You're going to make homemade mayonnaise.
Homemade mayonnaise.
I remember this.
Well,
okay.
You're going to see it. Watch. All we do is an egg. Now, bear in mind, the egg must actually be at room temperature.
Oh, taking notes here.
Okay?
Room temperature
egg. It is important.
Spoiler
Don't
alert.
get one straight out the fridge.
Mayonnaise is
so the
just
egg
an
into the jar. You'll
emulsion of
notice as
egg
well, I'm
and
actually
oil.
working straight into the jar. Approximately just less than a teaspoonful of mustard.
Okay.
A little bit of salt and pepper. Now, normally, of course, they use white pepper. If you want people to know you've made it yourself, I always use black pepper.
Oh, it gives it that homemade look.
That's right, that's right. Now, if you don't want to use salt, you can use a salt substitute. Or if you're really conscious with your diet, don't bother with salt at all.
Oh, very healthy.
We need a little drop of lemon juice. Now, you know yourself, lemon juice is a preservative, but not only is it a preservative, it also gives it a little bit of a tang as well, okay? I use fresh lemon juice. You could use the plastic stuff if you wished. Another important aspect, look, vinegar. Now, I'm using tarragon vinegar.
So you're going to actually flavor the mayonnaise?
You can actually flavour the mayonnaise with any vinegar
What
you
a good
wish.
idea.
This is half the fun of working in a kitchen.
You're really creative.
Of course, that's the fun of work. Have you never done it? Go to the fridge, have a look what you've got in there.
The only time I'd ever think that you were going to be in the kitchen is to paint it.
No, Mike, I have to relax as well, you know. This is how I relax, messing about.
I'm just going to, hurry things along a bit because he's going to make mayo, and all it is really is it's just an egg and oil emulsion with some added bits for flavour and tang and whatnot. So, here's what you do. You're going to go over here and you're going to go over to this part of the video where he's making the pitch. He is selling not just the magic wand, but all the little bits and boobly things that comes along with it. $99.95. But watch this, because you're about to find out. Obvious, and it is obvious, Michael. Michael, are you listening? Gregory, are you listening?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay, because we're about to show you an obvious edit is obvious. Check this out.
Oh, also, we should say that a different blade was used because there's actually an aerating blade. That's how they make the mayonnaise. You don't just like scramble an egg. I mean, that's going to come a scrambled egg. It actually like adds air to it, and that's what makes it mayonnaise. There's a special blade involved.
Right. How much? I got to have one of these. I've got to have one of these.
The magic wand, Mike, comes complete with its own stand. You can attach that to the wall. You can leave it freestanding if you wish.
Oh, great.
We've got little holders to hold the blades. The Venturi... What's the secret, Mike, of the magic wand?
The Venturi ring is the
That's it.
secret.
We
Okay.
keep that on there. Also, we've got one blade in the machine. Retail, $159.95. I'll tell you what we're going to do, Mike. Forget all the bargaining.
Come on.
We're going to knock a straight $60 off the price. $99.95.
They want more. A little bit of bargaining.
I was prepared, Mike. A menu book, a recipe book. Everything I've shown you, plus a lot
Now, the
lot
desserts
more.
are in here, right?
Now, listen,
The desserts
are in? Kinda like
Can I tell you
Phil's
another secret
college
that's in there? I'm actually going to show you how to turn water into cream. That'll come later.
Come on.
Ah, yes, we've heard it all before. There's the mug we used to make the soup. Michael,
Great.
not $10. I'm going to throw those in free of charge.
You're on the right track. You're on the right track.
Okay, all right, Mike. The dry grinding mill. Use that to make peanut butter, grind your own coffee down, beautiful fresh
nice.
coffee. I'll show you all that in the next segment, okay? Mike, that is normally $30 worth. You've now got $200 worth, less than half price, $99.95. The complete.
Is that good? $200 worth for $99.95. You got a deal. Hold everything. Stop the show. Look, Ian, we've had such an overwhelming response to the magic wand. I know you can even give us a better deal.
Mike, the more we sell, the cheaper we go.
Good.
I've got a deal for you now. $59.95 for one set, $99.95 for two.
Now you've got a deal.
Yeah.
$59.95 and $99.95 for two. You got a deal.
Obvious that it is obvious.
Oh, that's very obvious, yes.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
That's terrible.
And the thing of it is, I did the research. You know how much you can buy an immersion blender online? $40.
Well, also, I mean, that was $59.99 in 1990 or 92 or 93, which would probably be somewhere in the range of like $120, $130 now. Well, I mean, that just sort of proves as technology gets better and production prices go down, so's the price of the item. I mean, it's why computers have gone from, remember how much they were 25 years ago, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. And now you can get one. You can get a Chromebook, which is many times faster for $150.
Many times faster because it only has Chrome on it.
But still, it's a computer. That's the basic foundation there.
Absolutely true.
But yeah, I sort of see like the genesis of all the bulb head ads. But if you buy now, we'll throw in another one with free shipping, or we'll give you a second one for a friend or whatnot. Don't get me started on the bulb head ads right now, because I'm starting to think it's a bit of a scam, because apparently every item that bulb head makes, even the new ones, they've stopped production because costs are going up and you better get it now. It's like, stop that. That's obvious. As bad as some of, well, it's obvious, but it's as bad as some of the furniture stores around here. Not even joking. They've had store closing sales going on for like 5 years. When's the store going to close? Literally, right down the street. There's a store that's been saying for 5 years, we're closing. Well, close the damn doors already.
Hey, not everybody can be Mattress Mac and make $75 million on the Astros winning the World Series.
Don't even get me started, Craig. Just don't. Just don't.
I'm sorry, that your Tiny Alvarez home run, I don't think, still has landed yet.
No, that's still in orbit. But also, now it makes me wonder why we can't get Mattress Mac up here, because, I'd like to get a free purple mattress. Those are nice.
I could use a purple mattress right about now, actually.
Hold on a second. Look, Ma, no hands. That's in reference to the Conan commercial that would air at 3 a.m. in Houston. Look, Ma, no hands.
And we talked about that previously.
Yeah, I think so, in the a minisode where Conan went to Houston.
Right, yeah, because they were airing at like 2:35 in the morning, yeah.
Something like that. Okay, but guys, we all know that hair loss is a serious problem for most men.
Not for me.
Oh. We have these shots of like these guys like, oh, I'm skiing, I'm flexing. Oh. This guy's
this
like...
is almost like... Hey, Greg, this is almost like any pharmaceutical ad nowadays.
Yeah.
They're talking about, like, fixing eczema or something like that. And then you see these people doing normal stuff. Look what my lack of eczema allows me to do. I can drive in a convertible.
About their hair loss, but it's just...
Obviously, this was shot in Long Island.
David, I understand I'm trying to do something, but...
It's fake.
I mean, the hair is a dead giveaway.
Wow. Myself, I'm 25 years old. My name is Tom.
Hi, Tom.
I lost my hair.
What?
I wanted to show you this picture.
No! Sorry! Nope! Don't buy it!
Stop! Hold on! Too many questions. Okay. I did not know Photoshop was available in 1990. That does not look like your normal male pattern baldness.
Hold on. This reminds me, this picture right here. Remember when Marshall and Lily got married on How I Met Your Mother?
Yes.
And Marshall, partly shaved...
Marshall, in a fit of complete lunacy, shaves a stripe, a reverse mohawk, down the middle of his head. And he's like, yeah, I'll just shave it all off. I'll be like Michael Jordan or Montel Williams or Britney Spears. Oh my God! What did you make me do?
That pretty much describes how that hair looks. It's a reverse mohawk. That's how I would have described it. But again, that looks unnatural. That looks unnatural. And I mean, I am not balding. I have a good set of hair here, and Greg's got a good set of hair, and Chico, he just took care of the whole thing by himself. He may not be naturally bald.
30 years.
Well, again, you may not be naturally bald, but you are hair free up there. Good look, by the way.
I take good pride in my hair. I make it Jimmy Johnson style.
Oh my gosh. Jimmy Johnson style.
And here's the thing. He could have easily done the whole reverse mohawk thing, and they could have just at that in post.
I can't look at this guy's stupid face with that haircut.
The face doesn't even match the rest of his head. The face doesn't match the rest of his head.
Also, taking a look at that image now, it doesn't even look like it's centered properly. It looks like he's got more hair on the left side of his head.
Right,
too many questions. I said I have too many questions. That dopey look on his face. I can't look at that. No.
How do you feel about that? I mean, if you just like tonight, or just like today.
Did y'all date him?
No.
Like that? Like this? Would you date him?
He doesn't have a problem with her hair.
Tom's a pretty good looking guy like this. It's like before and after. We don't want to deal with that.
Would you ever know?
There you go.
Would I know?
If I met you out at a nightclub, a park.
No, your hair looks.
No, you like him now?
Grab the hell of your hair. I sure damn know.
It does. It looks.
How do you feel about it?
Looks better now.
Yeah. Ah, thanks a lot.
Yeah, it looks nice.
All right.
Is that really
Yeah,
hair?
remember, touch the hair because the hair is product.
Jelly.
Yeah, I like spiking it up.
Can you tell by looking at me that I have no hair?
That you have no hair?
Yeah. Well, it's hair, but it's not
hair.
mine.
It's not yours.
Not my hair.
Let me see. Turn around. No, it's pretty good.
Does it look good?
Really, that's fake hair.
That's fake hair. Well, it's actually human hair. Friends that lose their hair, that kind of bothers them a little bit.
Yeah.
Now wait a second. Hold on. That's supposed to be the after picture?
I guess.
The picture they had in the lower left corner?
Yeah, I guess.
Those two people don't even look alike. The eyebrows are completely different. What the hell are they trying to pitch here? This might be the fakest of all.
Man, the guys in the classroom with the alphabetics.
Lost a lot more hair, and you're still 26 years old. You probably
More
do something about it if you got
no question.
convincing.
Because it definitely affects your appearance.
I wouldn't go around bald. I just couldn't do it.
Hair facts, a division of Pierre Amelet International.
Well, I always started bodybuilding when I was young.
Jeff, age
Probably around
27.
13 years old, maybe 14, 15. I never really had a confidence problem. I used to be maybe a little bit shy, a little bit introverted. As I went through college, I started bodybuilding, seriously bodybuilding, and my confidence grew as I matured. It wasn't until I turned about 22 where I started noticing a slight hair loss. At that time, I was heavily into the bodybuilding.
I love how if you watch, pause it at 2:49, he's like holding like his ear. It's like, oh, my hair.
He's like Dracula. He's like Dracula in sunlight. Ah! I can't look at this camera.
I was bodybuilding on a national circuit, and I started not liking the way my hair looked when I styled it, when I took pictures, photographs, when I did some layouts or commercials. And after a while, I thought it was time to really start looking at some ways to prevent hair loss. And it really wasn't a noticeable hair loss. It was just something that I felt uncomfortable about.
flex.
Most people thought I was out of my mind.
Remember, this is the moment where wrestling is coming into its silver age, and American Gladiators is not that far behind.
Hair started coming out in the comb. Not very much, but enough that I felt it was time to do something about it.
By the way, the
And when I did
Pierre
do something
Amelot
about it,
group
it made me look
still in
3,
business
4, 5
today.
years younger.
Oh.
It was
Yeah,
a
I
real
was just going to mention that.
thing
In
for me.
Montreal.
In business, in bodybuilding, it's important to project the positive.
Yeah, let's forget this. We got some guy bicycling and all that stuff. Oh, let's just.
On Fridays, we flex.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh my gosh. There's actually a location for this Pierre Amelot International in Cleveland.
Oh.
In Cleveland. Hold on. I need to find where in Cleveland this is at.
Okay.
But Mike, you have a very full head of hair.
It's called research, and I have bald friends. I'll admit it. But I want to know where this is in Cleveland. This is great.
Hold on a second. Look at this.
Sweet mullet.
8'10".
What the heck?
Okay, so the after, he looks like he's about to audition for the new Monkees. The before, he looks like he's just got held up for kidnapping Johnny Olsen. Where right after he won a Boy George lookalike contest.
You may want to listen to the before the show for that reference too. Oh my gosh. Okay, so actually taking a look here, The Pierre Amelot International, it looks like they go by a little bit more better known name. I've definitely heard of it because, again, there's a clinic in this area, Vanscoy Hair Clinic. So if you've heard of the Vanscoy Hair Clinic, that is this company. Again, I have heard of them because they do ads around here.
I don't get any of those ads.
Well, it looks like it's primarily an Ohio thing. Ashland, Ohio, which is about 90 minutes south of Cleveland, and Cleveland and Columbus. But there's franchises in Chicago, Jacksonville, Indianapolis, Washington, Nashville. Might be different names, though. Like, for example, in Nashville, they're just called PAI Medical Group Nashville. And they actually have the website wegrowhair.com. So, okay, apparently there's different names depending where you're at. So, at least in Ohio, the Vanscoy Hair Clinic is part of this Pierre Amelot International group.
All right. Let's hear this testimonial from this guy named Greg.
My father went bald when he was about 17, 18 years old. And I always made fun of my father, too. It's quite ironic that it should happen to me the same way. He never did anything about it, so I didn't know if there was anything I could do about it. I started accepting it at an awful young age. And when you're quite young, you want to look good, you want to feel good about yourself.
Oh, by the way, he's wearing
And
a
I was
Rams
finding
jersey,
myself
too.
with a very bad disposition. I was always down about myself. Nothing really mattered, and that's telling you the truth. And
Wait, you mean the Rams that lost Super Bowl 14?
And you are going bald. You know what I'm feeling. You know how I feel when you lose.
Never mind his hair. Somebody get this man an inhaler.
People, you know who you are. When you're sitting in front of your TV late night watching the commercials, and you don't do anything about it, it's kind of silly because you can do something about it.
Yeah.
There's a solution to everything. I really recommend people that are sitting down on your couch. I really recommend.
Okay, there's why he needs the inhaler. He was just running a wide receiver route.
Yeah.
And it's not going to cost you anything. Everything's confidential. You have a first free consultation if you choose to go, which it'd be silly not to go because you'd really help yourself. You'd help the way you feel. You'd help your friends around you to feel more easy when they're with you instead of just living with it. You can do something about it. And I really recommend not just young people. If there's anybody out there that are even in their 50s, there's plenty of things you can do, and it really helps out your appearance.
When I
Okay,
started noticing I was
just
losing
one
my
quick
hair,
observation. You know who that guy looks like? It looks like some character that you would see like Mac or Charlie doing on It's Always Sunny, with like the really goofy mullet going all the way down the back of his neck and just that sort of look. That looks like seriously something that I could see like Mac pulling off.
With that mullet and that jersey and that mustache that obviously hasn't
the
grown yet.
whole thing.
The whole
thing.
package here.
The whole package, yes.
Well, remember, that would be the type of thing Mac would do, because remember, there was that one season where Mac got fat. Remember that?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Because they all wanted to have, like, their own avatars, like the movie Avatar. And then Mac was the only one who committed to the bit.
Mac is always the only one who commits to the bit.
All right. Enough of that. All right, Mike,
All right.
what's your last one?
All right, my last one. Back around 1993, there was an infomercial for a beauty product. And believe it or not, the main person on the infomercial was Cher. Do you remember this?
I think so.
Yes, I do remember this.
Okay, because this aired, I remember, again, it was like a late night thing I remember. But the thing is, this aired all the time. I don't know if it was because Cher was the focal point in this infomercial, but this aired all the time. And really, the main reason I mention this isn't necessarily the ad itself or Cher being in the infomercial. It's that Saturday Night Live actually spoofed it. And they had, as Cher, Christina Applegate, but also as like one of the co-hosts, Chris Farley. So you know something's going to happen. So I'm not going to play the infomercial itself. I think actually a better representation of this infomercial is the Saturday Night Live clip. So let me pull that up. Hold on a second. And let me share. Haha, let me share.
Hello, I'm Cher, and welcome to Focus on Beauty 2. Now, if you watched Focus on Beauty 1, you remember that you were introduced to a line of hair care products that had previously been available only to the stars. And now they're available to you, which doesn't make them any less better. So stick around because your hair is not going to believe what it's about to see.
Cher presents Focus on Beauty.
Christina Applegate doesn't do a bad share.
Now,
No,
everybody remembers my curly-haired friend Paulette, whose hair is long and straight and beautiful now. And my sister Georgianne, who has beautiful straight blonde hair and my old nose. And, of course, the famous, the wonderful, I could not live without her, Lori Davis.
Thank you, Cher. And today
Chris
I'm
Farley
just
actually
so
does a really good
excited
drag.
because I want to talk about the exciting new products I added to the package we put together on Focus on Beauty 1.
That was a very exciting package, wasn't it?
Oh, exciting.
Amazing.
And you know what else excited me about Focus on Beauty 1? The exciting letters I got from women who use my products. Just a few. Dear Lori, I'm so excited about the way my hair looks after using your products. Here's another. Dear Lori, I have never used such an exciting hair care system. And finally, dear Lori, I've been using your hair care products for a year and I'm still excited. And they go on and on and on. And they're all excited. That's what they are. I don't want to talk about that right now because I'm excited about this. It's called Exciting Hold, and it's just exciting. Now, do you use hairspray?
No.
Oh, never. Hate it.
I use it, but I hate it.
Well, try this.
This is so amazing. It's so dry. Did you spray this on me? Because it doesn't feel like you did. And I saw you do it, so you must have.
I did.
Feel this. It's dry. It doesn't stick.
It's not sticky at all.
It's smooth. There's no stickiness.
Lori, this is the complete opposite of sticky. Now, tell us what you've done here.
This is the most amazing hairspray ever. I call it my Minute Miracle. And you know what the secret is? There's no alcohol in it. You know that dry, hard-feeling hairspray gives you?
You mean that dry, crunchy, brittle, stiff...
Yes, sticky, potato chippy, sort of.
It's dead, crisp, flaky.
Right.
Sticky.
Yes. That's because most hairsprays go on wet and they put alcohol in to dry it.
Hairspray always dries my hair. Is that the alcohol?
Yes.
So, alcohol has a drying effect.
Yes.
Yeah, that's sort of the vibe I got from that infomercial. And again, I really didn't even watch it back in the day, but it just constantly showed up, whether it's because of Cher's appearance in the infomercial or the product's actually halfway decent. I don't know. I don't use expensive hair products. But yeah, I think if you get to a infomercial which gets spoofed on SNL, yeah, you sort of hit the big time. And the thing is, I don't think this is even going to be the first infomercial in this episode that was spoofed by a big TV show. We'll talk about that in a little bit. All right, Chico, you're up with your last one.
Okay, so my last one, it is, as the show is called, a worldwide health and beauty discovery. Our hostess, and this is part and parcel with this sort of thing, our hostess has gone to Australia, which means a whole lot of B-roll that has to do with Australia, a lot of cute koalas, a lot of sunny beaches, and of course, a lot of Australian people. One of which created a worldwide health and beauty discovery with a very unfortunate name. And it's not really her fault because she named it after her daughter.
How bad could it be if it's named after her daughter? Don't tell us. Play the infomercial so we can judge for ourselves.
Traveler, deep sea diver, amateur diva, and koala cuddler, Denise Kruger.
Oh, jeez!
Show. I'm so excited to have you join me off the northern coast of Australia. I'm on one of the breathtaking Whitsunday Islands, rising from the shoulders of the Great Barrier Reef, one of the 7 wonders of the world.
Here amongst the earthy splendor of Australia, I found one of the world's great beauty secrets. It all begins with a heartwarming story of a mother's love for her daughter.
When I noticed the sadness in her eyes because of the unwanted hair problem, I had to do something about it. Because it wasn't just a physical problem. It was an emotional problem as well. It was standing in a way of her self-confidence. She had low self-esteem, and I wasn't going to let that happen to my baby.
She was very motivated, yeah, she was.
I went out and I purchased all the products that were out there, tried them all, and failed.
That was hell. It just was very painful for me, basically, because I had and my skin was very sensitive.
I was fed up, and yet I had to do something about this problem.
She was young, and my mum tried everything. Depilatories, they gave her irritation. Shaving just wasn't suitable for her.
She used to try waxing. It used to irritate her skin. She used to bleach. It used to make it worse. So my mum decided to become a mad scientist and develop something.
I started mixing, adding, deleting all the natural ingredients that I had in the cupboard.
The kitchen was a mess, full of every kind of ingredient, you know. And we would just ignore it until finally the product just popped out.
She ended up with NADS, an all-natural, heat-free, water-soluble product that looks like green toffee and can be used anywhere on the body.
I was just thrilled about it, so that's how NADS actually began.
Then the next morning, I just wanted to tell the whole world about what I have created.
I remember I used to take some...
Pause! She wanted to tell the whole world about NADS!
This, in retrospect, is about as bad of a name as AIDS laxative back in the 80s and 70s.
The diet pill?
Or the diet pill. I thought it was a laxative, but it may have been a little bit of both. But yeah, that didn't age well, and well, NADS didn't age very well either.
It's a pretty brilliant product. It just has a very unfortunate name.
Well, I remember that back in the day, and the infomercial, it definitely was not that infomercial. I don't remember that from that infomercial. But what they would do is they'd take a little bit of that. Oh, I can't believe I'm going to say this. This won't backfire in any way possible. They'll take a little bit of the NADS and they'll put it like right between, right in this little area between their eyebrows, right above their nose, between their eyes, and they'd like yank it off.
Ah, Kelly Clarkson!
More, well, but supposedly it's supposed to hurt less, but I don't know about that. But I remember that takeaway from the ad. This is probably from like 93, 94-ish that I'm talking about. And this may have been even earlier than that. It doesn't give us a date, just in the 90s, but I wouldn't be surprised if this was like the original ad in like 91 or 92. But yeah, You put like a little ball of it, just roll a little ball in your hand, and then just push it down, and then it's sort of like, as Chico said, sort of like Kelly Clarkson, if you remember that from the 40-year-old version, just without the paper. You just sort of pop it off, supposedly.
Yep. And this made her millions.
Well, you know, a number of people in the world have made millions of dollars off their nads.
Yep. Well, Greg, you got
Take
one
us
more?
home. Come on, take us home.
All right. Well, I've saved the best for last. We're going to be talking about a man who wants to show you his secrets of making money. And it's a man by the name of Tom Vu. So let's hear what he has to say about how you can become very rich like him.
But without tiny classified ads?
Yeah. He's sharing his life story.
Couldn't even speak English at the time. And after we got out of this refugee camp, we got to do many odd jobs to support the family, like washing dishes, busboy, mowing lawn, and so forth. Thank God that I found a unique system to make millions in real estate starting from nothing. As a result, we became financially independent. And several years ago, I decided to share this wealth building knowledge with others.
More like C-roll.
Let's explain this setting right here.
It's a yacht, and there are women on it, and they're all wearing bathing suits.
They're all
and
wearing...
Tom Vu is also on the yacht, and
Yes.
he's wearing a tracksuit.
He's wearing a tracksuit. But I just want to say, what is he doing with these women?
Greg, I don't want to spoil it, but the best way I can phrase this is Twyla Littleton had the 30s and the 36s. They're eye candy, Greg. What do you think he's going to do with them? You think he's going to play pinochle with them? Seriously, what is he going to do with them? He's a millionaire, and he's got these trophy women hanging all over him.
My guess is they thought this was going to be a launching pad to a legitimate career.
I don't know. Maybe he's going to have sex with all of them. I don't know.
Tiny classified ads. Hey, like that may be. Hey, seriously, that may be why he's got these women, because he's got a tiny classified ad, but he's worth millions.
I see what you did there.
Remember, step one: tiny classified ad.
No, it's not tiny. It's tiny classified ads.
Step one: tiny classified ad. Step two: step three: profit.
Let's continue.
This wealth building knowledge with other people across the country. Many people took my seminar, become very wealthy. Many of my students are about to get on TV to tell you how my system had changed their life. If you want to become financially independent, come to my seminar. Let me show you how to make the fortune you have always dreamed about.
Andrew Carnegie says 90% of America's millionaires
shot of
made
this
it in real
hottie
estate. If you have a desire
in a
to make
bikini.
your
No, not important. Why?
The Tom Vu Real Estate Seminar is
Another hottie.
You do have two choices right now, my friend. Number one,
And here's Tom in front of a car.
stay home, do what most people do. And 5 years later, you'll be lucky if you have a job. Or number two, you can come to my seminar, learn the secret of how other people are making millions. So someday, you can become financially independent yourself.
This is the Vu family when they first arrived in the United States.
Yes, we know.
Destitute, with nothing. Tom Vu and his 10 brothers and sisters had to live in a tent.
Yes.
Now the Vu family has become financially independent thanks to the Tom Vu money-making system. Mr. Vu says to make a fortune in America, you must learn from successful
He's coming off a
people,
helicopter.
apply proven techniques, and then become financially free.
I'm excited. Are you ready? Come to my seminar. Let me show you the secret to be rich.
That is a small helicopter.
Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short. When you tell people that they can find a job making $25,000 a year.
This woman's not even bothering to look at the camera.
Wait. Pause.
I think they are playing pinochle, actually.
No, I was going to say, it looks like they're playing Yahtzee. She's got a dice roller. Well, the girl in the green and black striped bikini. right above Tom Vu's left shoulder. She's rolling dice. They're playing Yahtzee. They're playing backgammon on this boat.
Or, they're playing click-clack on that boat.
This girl with the glasses. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
She's owning that scene.
Oh, she's owning this scene. Unlike this girl. This girl on the left, she's not even bothering to look at the camera. She just shows ashamed to be in this. She won't even put this on her reel, probably. But okay, we have somebody who's going to give a testimonial for why this program, this Tom Vu program, is amazing. Here we go.
And the big thinker, which one are you?
My friends, I know lots of you out there are skeptical. In my hand, framed, is a check for $203,000 and $29.32. I net in one transaction, one deal.
Okay, he has the check for over $200,000 framed.
Why didn't you just cash it?
Why didn't he just go to the bank and cash it? Why was your first reaction, I got this check for $200,000. I'm going to put it in a frame.
I got an
Mike?
answer.
Okay.
I got an answer. And this is a good answer if you think about it. Remember Alex Trebek had the framed bounce check from Pitfall on his office wall?
Oh.
Chico knows where I'm going with this. Yes.
That is a check. It is not worth the paper it's written on.
Tom Vu's a fraud. He could be. I mean, they could have hired 5 actresses and rented a Rolls Royce for the day. Who knows?
Heard he's a poker player now, actually.
That's right, he is a poker player now.
What? Tom Vu's a poker player?
Yes!
Okay, I need to look into this. That's amazing. Tom Vu poker. Hold on. Oh my gosh. World Series of Poker, 10 money finishes. Highest in the money main event finish, 22nd in 2005. Well, information accurate as of July 14th, 2014. So he may have done more in the poker world in the last 8 years. Just hasn't been updated on Wikipedia. I did not know that. And April 2006, he finished 9th in Season 5's World Poker Tour Championship event. So I'm sure that airs somewhere on the World Poker Tour channel on Pluto TV. I did not know that. I just wonder if when he goes to one of these events in the World Poker Tour or World Series of Poker, does he have like an entourage of 5 or 6 women in bikinis walking around, shooting dice and staring into the sunset, wearing aviator glasses?
Who knows?
Probably.
No, I like Chico's answer better. Probably, yeah.
All right.
Tom Vu's living his best life.
I net in one transaction, one deal. This is a net check. Lots of people keep telling their families that when I get rich, I shall take care of you. But there are 2 kinds of people in the world, doers and talkers. Which one are you?
Have you ever dreamed that someday you will make a lot of money to help your loved ones? Here is your chance. Don't miss the boat. Most people don't have self-esteem. They don't believe
Terrible
Obvious.
cut.
It's obvious.
Oh, these ads are
You can
terrible.
do anything if you put your mind to it. You only live once. Don't let your dreams slip away.
Hi, my name is Art Stanowski. I attended Tom Vu seminar, and on my first transaction, I made $25,190.
There's nobody holding you back from making millions.
It's so easy to make money in real estate, and I'm planning to be a millionaire by age 25.
And then he's going to invest it all in the .com bubble before it bursts.
And nowadays he's invested everything in crypto.
What did?
He was also a partial purchaser of Twitter.
In the future, I will be remembered as a man who has taught more millionaires in this world than any man who ever lived. This goal makes me excited.
Just like you. I was tired from living from paycheck to paycheck.
There's no one stop you from going to my seminar.
Tom Wu showed me the way to financial freedom. Think about that for a second.
Obvious that it is
If
obvious.
you have any guts at all to attend this free 90-minute seminar, how in the world do you expect to make any money?
Okay, you seen my student come from all walk of life, get on TV and tell you how simple it is to make a lot of money with my system. Oh, it doesn't matter where you are, what your occupation is. I don't care if you are housewife, school teacher, engineer. You seen them get on TV tell you that they made money. Think about this. Can you make a lot of money with your current occupation to afford yourself a luxury lifestyle like mine?
No,
well,
dummy.
My system can show you how to do that. And I know some of you still thinking, well, maybe there's a catch somewhere. Well, I used to think that there's no catch. But until one of my very successful students and very old wise student come and tell me one day, he said, well, Tom, if anybody ever asks you what is the catch with your system, tell them there's an old American saying. It's called, get off your butt and do it. You ready to become wealthy? Come to my seminar. Make that first step. Let me show you how.
I love how condescending he is to the
Yeah,
viewer.
like he just absolutely does not give a crap.
Well, we heard that in the end of the previous episode, previewing this one. Yeah, if you don't come to my seminar, you deserve to be broke.
Yeah. Now, it's time for a bit of an education thing. He says he has a 90-minute seminar. I'm going to explain, with help from notes I cribbed from Oddity Archive's Ben Minot, obviously, how this whole thing worked. Okay, let's say you have a distressed property. You have a price for that distressed property. I buy that distressed property for less than asking price. And then I build it into the contract. Two important things. One, I schedule the closing far off in advance. And two, I can walk away from the deal at any time. In between the time I drop the contract and the time that the contract closes, I flip the distressed property to somebody else for asking price. I pay the original seller my reduced price, and I pocket the difference. Not at all illegal, but really, really shady.
Very. And I remember probably about 12, 13 years ago at this point, when the foreclosure business, when the housing crisis happened around 2008, 2009, there were a lot of people doing flipping like that. I don't know if they necessarily put in the contracts the stuff that you said, but yeah, I mean, it's basically just a lot of flipping. It's like, hey, find a sucker to buy this property. I've got this property that I paid pennies for. I'm not going to move into it. Let's give it let's sell it to a sucker who has plans to move into it, or has plans to renovate it, refurbish it, and then obviously flip it.
Okay. But now we get into the big thing, because Tom Vu was so everywhere on television that he was made famous in this epic parody by Steve Pork on In Living Color. So let's just watch this together, shall we?
America's wealthiest people have made their fortunes in real estate. Now one man can give you the safe, simple, sure way to financial freedom. Do you recognize this man? If you don't, you're not watching enough television. He's Tommy Wu.
Hey, idiot! Rotting in your own filth! What do you think of this excellent lifestyle I am living? It all belongs to me, because I am just so damn rich. When I come to this country, I was boat person. Now I person who own boat. You like diamond? You like pearl? You like hot tub? Then come to my seminar, you piece of animal dropping! And learn to be so damn rich like me. And after all that, you are just so damn rich.
Mr. Wu, excuse me. No, I'm sorry. I just don't completely understand.
Yeah, all you need to understand. You're just an insignificant hair on toilet of life. But I know how you feel. I was a brain dead loser like you.
Bikini girls are at the seminar. This is great.
And he left me, Tommy Woo, $10 million. Why can't you do that? What's stopping you from being rich?
I took the Tommy Woo seminar, and 2 days later, I lost my entire family in a horrible car accident. But I made $7 million. Thank you, Tommy Woo.
Thank you, genius. Move. You shut up and lay there. You are nothing but a love pillow for Tommy Woo. And you so fat and lazy, you stink like roadkill. If I saw you crossing a road, I would swear to kill you. Take a shower, change your clothes, and come to my seminar. Learn the secret of Tommy Woo.
Don't be stupid. Take the Tommy Woo seminar this Saturday at the parking lot behind Bob's House of Value. You'll learn how to be
just so damn rich.
Just so damn rich. But guys, what did all these infomercials we watched tonight have in common?
They were darn good time fillers back in the 90s. They're better than any infomercial we have nowadays. And I mentioned, I think I've mentioned that I'm on Uverse. Uverse literally, not even joking, has like probably between 12 and 15 different infomercial channels. All they show is infomercials. And I've blocked them on my system because I don't want to see that stuff. Because it's just repetitive and I don't want to succumb to temptation of spending money that they don't necessarily deserve. But no, this is quality stuff from, again, 30 plus years ago. So yeah, this was entertaining, especially for, like I said, me, us, our families. We talked about Greg's brother and my sister back when we were teenagers. This is hilarious. But what else do they have in common, Greg?
They were all things on TV.
They were.
Yep. So that will do it for this episode. Remember, we're everywhere. We're on YouTube. It Was a Thing on TV on YouTube. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you can stay up to date for all future notifications. And don't forget, we are on all social media. We may, by the time you're listening to this, not be on Twitter anymore.
Twitter may not exist. Who knows?
Who knows? But in the meantime, we're at It Was a Thing on TV on Instagram, and we're at It Was a Thing on TV podcast on Facebook because Mark Zuckerberg unleashed Tommy Woo on us, and he called us stupid and fat and lazy, so he took our domain away. So we had to take It Was a Thing on TV podcast on Facebook.
Hey, I may be stupid, and I may be fat, and I may be lazy, but where was I going with this again? Anyway, so we talked about really good infomercials for the last hour, maybe two. Next time, we're going to talk about some more really good stuff that came out of the 80s.
I'm more questioning the good stuff than the 80s at this point. It was okay.
Well, you can judge for yourself next time, right here on It Was a Thing on TV. For Greg, for Mike, I'm Chico. Thank you ever so much for listening. Please be kind to each other, and we will see you for the next one.
Row!
And if you call now and promise to tell a friend about it, get us some word of mouth advertising, you will receive, at no additional cost, this bottle of Mio.
But if you call now, it's not going to cost you 4 payments of $49.99. We're going to knock off a payment. It's 3 payments of $49.99. And if you tell a friend, I'll throw in this jeweler's loop.